Hi friends, it's Raven. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm an avid nail biter, and it is a habit that I've always been super embarrassed and ashamed of. And part of my New Year's resolutions for 2021 was to learn to stop biting my nails. And you guys, I feel like I finally succeeded. I have not bit my nails since at least the middle of January, and I am super, super proud of myself. Hopefully, this is something that I will continue on for forever, and I am officially done with it. But yeah, so basically today I want to share with you guys some tips and tricks and how I stopped biting my nails. I remember it very vividly the very first time I started biting my nails, and that was when I was about maybe like 5 or 6 years old. I remember sitting on the couch and my mom was vacuuming the living room, and of course, a little kid, you're kind of afraid of the vacuum, so I had my legs all sucked up and stuff, and this is how vividly I remember it, is I remember everything I was doing. But I was sitting on the couch watching my mom vacuum, and she was vacuuming while biting her nails. And being a little kid, you look up to your parents, and so watching her do that, I thought that was the coolest thing ever, so I started biting my nails, and it was a habit that sadly stuck around ever since. And, in the last maybe 4 or 5 years, I've really, really tried to, focus on not biting my nails, and the most I've been able to get away with not biting my nails was maybe 3 or 4 months. But then a stressful situation comes up, or I have high anxiety, and I start biting my nails again. I've definitely pinpointed that it has to do with anxiety. So if I'm feeling very overwhelmed at work or in personal life, biting my nails is usually the very first thing that I do. And I also realize that a big trigger for me to bite my nails is if they have rough edges. So if there's something there for me to pick on, I'm going to pick at it. And, even if I have one nail that, broke or is a little bit ripped, I will pick at that nail and eventually end up biting that one nail. And I always try to tell myself, okay, no more biting my nails. This one nail needs to regrow in, and all my other nails still look really nice. But then eventually I end up chewing the whole hand and then both hands, and it's embarrassing. And I also tend to pick at my cuticles and things like that, and just picking at my fingers and chewing on my fingers is a huge anxiety thing for me. The very first thing that I did to stop biting my nails now is realize, be aware that this is a trigger. Having rough nails is a trigger for me to pick at them and bite them. Having rough cuticles, that's another trigger. I tend to pick at those. So that's the very first thing that helped me get over biting my nails this time around, was realizing what my triggers are and why I bite my nails. So, getting to the root cause of why I do it. It's definitely an anxiety thing, and it's definitely like a nervous tick that I've picked up. So now I know what my triggers are and I know how to avoid them. So as far as anxiety goes, I've actually been trying CBD oil, and I feel like that helps my anxiety quite a bit, especially right now with everything going on. CBD oil tends to help my anxiety calm down quite a bit, enough that it's more manageable now anyways. So, that's one example of something that helped for me personally. Otherwise, you could always find other ways to manage your anxiety that works for you. So, some people might use stress balls, some people might chew on pen caps, or, if you have an oral fixation with chewing on your fingernails, try chewing on toothpicks or straws, or something else that's going to be that oral fixation that your anxiety is attached to. So those are some other ways that can help too. So number one would be reducing the anxiety, and number two would be finding an alternative way to cope with it. And then as far as having the rough edges and stuff, it's really just a matter of keeping them well maintained. So now every time I start to feel a rough edge and, I get that urge to want to bite it, I take out my nail file and I file it away first. So the very first couple weeks of not biting my nails, I kept them filed meticulously. So I was constantly filing them. They were still really, really short and ugly, but keeping them well filed left any loose raw edges smoothed out so that I wasn't tempted to pick at them and chew at them. Another thing that might help some people who just cannot get their fingers out of their mouth would be to try different techniques to make your nails taste bad. I know that sounds really weird, but they actually do have some nail polishes that are specific for anti-biting that have a really sour or bitter taste to them. So I know I've tried that, way in the past, like in high school and stuff when I was trying to get over this habit. And for me, it really didn't help out that much. I still had the bad habit that went with it, so it didn't work for me, but it might work for you. So definitely check that out. I'll try and post some links down in my description bar of different anti-biting nail polishes that are out there. So go ahead and check that out if you think that might help for you. And then the final steps that I took to make sure that I stopped biting my nails, and really my final goal was to have them be long and pretty and manicured, and that was my end result goal, so now it was time to take the steps to get there. So the first thing that I did is I started doing manicures every Sunday. So the first thing that I would do is I would put cuticle oil on my cuticles, so then that way they would stay moisturized and less likely to get flaky and for me to pick at them. The next step was to use a product that would help my nails grow long and strong and fast, because I wanted them to look pretty now. So this is what I use every Sunday. I put it on my nails to help them grow a lot quicker and a lot nicer. And it is Sally Hansen's Maximum Growth. So I really, really like this. I feel like it definitely works as far as helping your nails grow faster. So that's definitely a good thing for helping your nails look nicer a lot quicker. And the next thing, of course, is to use a color that you really like. And for me, this time, I used this like pastel purple. And I'm not usually a pastel person, but I actually really liked this color. And this is the one that I used. I think I got it in an Ipsy bag a couple months ago, before my No Spend Year challenge. And I never used it, and I figured since spring is definitely in the air, it's starting to get warmer, I figured I would go for a more springy color, and I actually really like how this looks. So I've noticed that if I keep my nails nice and manicured and polished, pretty, and sometimes I even like to decorate them now that they are getting longer, I feel like having well manicured nails definitely helps me prevent myself from wanting to bite my nails, because if my nails look really pretty and I put a lot of time and work into making them look nice, I don't want to ruin that in 2 minutes by biting them off. So I feel like that really helps as well. And then the last step that I do in my manicure is I notice that my nails are pretty weak. Usually I notice it more when I hop out of the shower, or if I've been washing the dishes, or when my nails have been wet for a period of time. They get really, really fragile and weak. So I've been using a nail strengthener to try and harden them, and I feel like that helps a lot too. So this is what I've been using. Again, I think I got this in one of my Ipsy bags, last year sometime. But so far this is what I put on top as like a top coat, and I feel like it definitely helps make them stronger. And I don't know if it's an old wives' tale or what, but I've also heard that tapping your nails on the table frequently also helps strengthen them. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know I've done it in the past, and I feel like it actually does help make them a lot stronger. So I don't know, maybe there's some merit to it. So yeah, that is how I keep my nails nice and how I stopped biting my nails. And I really, really hope that this is a habit that I can keep for a while now, and it is officially something I can check off of my New Year's resolution list, which is really exciting. And hopefully I can keep it up for the rest of the year, so wish me luck. But yeah, so hopefully you guys found this useful. If you liked any of the tips or tricks that I shared with you guys, go ahead and give it a thumbs up so I know that I helped you out. And if you want to follow along on my No Spend Year journey for 2021, go ahead and subscribe as well. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye.